We would like have fans come up to us sometimes, and then like we were just like, I remember like when we left the PC Cafe, like we signed their stuff, but we were literally scrimming out of there for like 3 weeks. And it's,
you know, anytime I'm doing.
yeah, you're right.
It's up to you.
You always have nice shoes
These
on.
are the 2021 NBA All-Stars. So
They look really nice.
yeah, they're like pandas, but not pandas.
I was actually at the like a resale store like earlier today, like trying to like, because I have like dead stock Yeezys. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to like trade them for like other shoes. I'm seeing what they give me.
The level up.
Yeah.
I've got like
nothing that interests me. They have like Travis Scott's in the store, but like they're just like so expensive sometimes.
Which one?
The olives.
Okay. Yeah. The Jordan 4 olives.
Yeah,
right?
the olives.
Man, those ones are nice.
They're really nice.
You know, I've got the ones, but like those are pretty beat up. So Instagram's been sending me a lot of like the repair your shoe from scratch kind of thing, nice. And I'm like, I don't.
All right, I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, we're already doing it.
We're already doing it.
I'm keeping all that. All right, man. How are you? 3-5 last game against Dig.
3-5 now.
Yeah, you had a couple of resets there on Jinx. You were down like 10K gold when you were getting those. Like, it was close.
Yeah, we're just having like really rough games. Not to blame Ruby, but like, you know, we swapped mids, and I think that really changed the dynamic of the game compared to like when we had Insanity. I think for me, it's like, I don't know, I just feel like at least today's games and yesterday's games, it's like I think we just have like a lot of communication like errors and like just different pages of what to do as a team. And I don't know if that has anything to do with like swapping mid laners, but it's like very apparent in the last 2 games.
Well, you've been on multiple rosters. How do you feel about 6-man, 7-man rosters that have like switches?
I'm usually not a fan, but I feel like just Ruby just came from like Korea, and like just kind of feel bad if we don't use him. So like we gave him like this week, and we're giving him like all the games of LCS this weekend. So we'll see how that pans out. I mean, obviously it's not panning out very well right now, but you know, we still have another game tomorrow, and hopefully we can come together for that one.
Yeah, in terms of results, like that is the big news though. So one more Ruby question. How do you feel like the team changes if things are going well? Let's say there aren't as many communication issues. What does he bring that Insanity doesn't?
I think he's really good at the control mid playstyle, and I think that's kind of conflicting. At least for me, it's like how I would like to play the game. It's like I'm not really like too big of a fan of the control major stuff, but like if it's just meta, then we have to play it.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, it's just to like, I think today and yesterday I underperformed like really heavily from how I was playing like this split, and you know, I don't really have an excuse for that, but it's just, I feel like I could have carried at least today's games too.
Yeah. It feels like this split of the LCS, you got Cloud9 and Evil Geniuses. TL had a good start, but now they're starting to kind of clump, and then just this big clump in the middle. Why do you feel like that's happening, and you know, how do you pull yourself out of something like that?
I think it's mostly just because it's a slow start. I think North America has a culture, at least LCS teams have a culture of just like starting like pretty late, like not really. I think the off season between spring and summer is like kind of long, and usually players get like all that time.
Yeah.
And I think because there's like no structure in between, like you have to figure out your structure like right from like, you know, like 2 weeks from week 1, and then I think it gets like pretty slow there. Yeah. And I think some teams are just finding their footing now. Like for example, I think Dignitas is getting a lot better too.
Yeah.
They're taking games off us now. So.
Yeah. Where do you rank yourselves at the end of the split?
Hopefully like 4th. I think 4th or 5th is like a good place to aim right now, but considering we lost the last 2 games.
Yeah, that's fair. And then who are some of the top duos right now?
The top duos?
Yeah, I mean, okay. Berserker's Van, sure. Yeah. After that?
After that. I think Core JJ, Yeon is playing pretty well. Yeah. I never know how to say his name. Yeon, I don't know.
Yeon.
Yeah.
It's one.
Oh, I see. So yeah, him. They're doing pretty good. What other bot lanes? I think EG's bot lane is really sticking out for me too. It's like Unforgiven and Ayla.
Yeah.
I think they've been playing pretty well. And I think those are the standout ones for me right now.
Yeah. What are you working on for yourself right now? Because it does seem like there's a lot of turnover in terms of the staff. Yeah. Now you've locked in a roster, but then now for the split, but then Insanity and Ruby because of the visa issues. So what are you working on for yourself?
For myself, I just want to get back into my previous week's form. I think this week, I don't know what it is with me, but like I'm just not really feeling myself. Like really messing up like just doing a lot of individual mistakes that wasn't really happening last week. Might be like a sleep problem. I don't know what it is. I got like pretty bad sleep last night and got up at like 6 for some reason. Went back to bed. I was like, I don't know what's going on there.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
How's Revan as a coach compared to, you had Chowie for the last, I guess, year and a half?
I think Revan's just good, but like, he just kind of trolls the draft sometimes.
Last question I've been asking everyone this split. Tell me a story about tell me an old story about a teammate. And since again you're such an OG, you could tell me preferably about a teammate that isn't playing right now, so that we're not talking shit about someone else. We can talk shit about someone else who doesn't exist anymore in the league space.
Oh man, it's been so long.
Or whatever. Like Santorin told me a story about Ignar, so I was like, all right, well.
I mean, there was like a fun story. I think.
Yeah, you have lots of fun stories. But that would be its own series.
I think around like 2015, like on TSM, like I think it was like spring or summer split. I don't remember what split it is, but it was just that year.
Yeah.
I think we were like in the process of like moving houses or something.
Okay.
And then we didn't have like internet for like at our place for like a long time. So like we were like scrimming outside of like a PC cafe in like Koreatown. So every day we would go to like a PC cafe and just like scrim. And it was like the most jank setup ever. It's like everything was like really interesting. We would like have fans come up to us sometimes, and then like we would just like, I remember like when we left the PC cafe, like we signed their stuff, but we were literally scrimming out of there for like 3 weeks. And this had Santorin. This was Santorin, Bjergsen. I think it was, who's our top? I think it was Dyrus still, and Lustboy. I think this was like the team.
Lustboy was still playing. It was pre. Yeah, it was before
I think that was like the roster, and we were just like scrimming outside of a PC cafe. It was like one of the funniest moments ever in like my career. It's like.
Did you have a weird interaction? Did a fan like give you something or take a picture? Like fans do that.
Yeah,
right?
no, I don't think I think the fans were pretty respectful.
All right.
So that was
just the fact that you guys were playing.
I don't remember I think that was the 2015 year. Like my memory is great anymore, but All
right, we'll dig. All right, man. Well, I hope that the split continues to get better. You had a great start to it, and hopefully the communication issues and things figure itself out. But
yeah, I really hope we, it's like really a cop out for saying communication issues, but we really do have some big problems there. So.
All right, man. Well, thanks a lot. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
One more. Keep it locked here on Digon Esports. Thanks.